It's the book of John, chapter 3, verse 30. He must increase, but I must decrease. As we are learning who we are and as we are turning to the Lord is requiring more and more of us, more and more in the Spirit. And it's a requirement of everybody. No one is left behind or no one is exempt. The current is moving forward, and everyone must take steps forward for wherever they are. Growth and increase is required to get us where we need to go. And for those of us who are weaker in the faith, who are not as strong, not as stable, not as experienced, we're going to have to rely that much more on faith in order to get us to where we need to go. Part of that is going to require us spending more and more time in the Spirit, allowing the Lord to increase and us decreasing. As we see this world changing, as this world being let go, we have to let go of this world, right? Here we have no continuing city, but yet we try to continue here or make semblance of what is here, and there's really nothing. And the quicker we realize that, the quicker we will walk into our purpose, into our destiny. This is the book of 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 22. Flee also youthful lusts, but follow righteousness, faith, charity, peace with them that call on the Lord out of a pure heart. Right, so there are particular components, particular fruits of the Spirit, which the Lord has embedded certain vessels with, but these fruits were investments in order to get you to a certain point so you would be able to maneuver in a certain way when the time comes, or being activated in different ways, in different components to do different things. And we really have to take full stock and inventory of where we're lacking and take that seriously. It's the book of Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. But seek ye first the kingdom of God, the power and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Right? So the Lord knows we have needs of certain things, and he's more than provided for those things. But we must trust him, and we must continue to move according to his prompting, into his spirit, to his word, to his will. And we have to learn to fess less and less, not make excuses according to our will. We find things to distract us in our flesh. And we're not spending enough time pouring into the Spirit. The time is drawing close, drawing near, and we need to be at optimal capacity in order to move and function in the way that is necessary to overcome what is at the door. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 20. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Right. So we must understand the will of the Lord and where our treasure is. Too many times we find ourselves looking around here on earth for things that do not satisfy. That which satisfies us has already been given to us. And we must lean on that to sustain us during these times. It's very important that we understand the times that we're in and the severity of where we're at. Leaning on anything in this world will lead to death. And the only thing that will sustain us is the Spirit. We must learn how to walk in the Spirit and lean on the things of the Spirit. And there are particular exercises that we must go through in order for that to happen. Part of that is crucifying our flesh. As Paul said, I die daily. Right? Why did he die daily? Because he's learning to walk more and more in the Spirit. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 4, verse 25. Let thine eyes look right on, and let thine eyelids look straight before thee. Ponder the path of thy feet, and let all thy ways be established. Turn not to the left, turn not to the right hand, nor to the left. Remove thy foot from evil. Right. So, having a one-track mind, keeping that eye single is very, very important. We need to have a laser focus to see the finish line and to walk towards the finish line. How can we finish a race when our eyes are not even looking towards the finish line? Our eyes are not even looking to the race. We're aware of the race. We're aware of the obstacle course. But how are we running? Which direction are we running to? Are we running in place, or are we running with direction and purpose? These are the questions we have to ask ourselves. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 22. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thy eye be single, the whole body shall be full of light. If thy eye be evil, the whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? Right, so this is why we must have the light of Yahweh Shai in us and walking with us. And in that light, he's the one that directs our paths, not us. And to give over full control can be a frightful thing, but this is where faith is required. Really letting go. Part of decreasing is not just not engaging in fleshly activities. It's really about allowing the Spirit to take over. But you already know that. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not to thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. Right. So our understanding is found in these scriptures. And this is the hedge. This is the fence that keeps us in and keeps us in the right path. And we must make sure that we are in these scriptures daily, and we are in the Spirit daily, and that we examine ourselves to make sure that we are in the faith daily. It's the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 11. For we which live are always delivered unto death for Yahweh-Shai's sake, that the life of Yahweh-Shai may be manifest in our mortal flesh. Right, so that's what it's all about. Us carrying on the works and the legacy of Yahweh-Shai, being believers on him, right, according to our lot. So then death worketh in us, but life in you. Right. So continue or start to really examine what we are involved in and understand the steps that must be taken in order to finish the race and the sacrifice that is going to be required. And take those things seriously. Do not forget your first love, and do not forget the first works. The Lord has everything under control in his timing. We're making the final push. So put on, as the elect, be in bondage unto him, and be prisoners of hope, hoping for everlasting mercy and salvation. Remember, freely receive, freely give.